Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to update your training environment with your live environment. This will be in SQL Server 2012. So here we have a live environment which is highlighted, then there's also a training environment. I'm going to back up this first one, the live one, tasks, backup, and right here it's kind of simple. The existing backup is named right here, or the previous one taken. We'll just drop that out of the list. We see it's on the G drive. We'll add it and another name. We can go back and navigate to the existing backup sets. That was on G, and SQL backup on this one. Yours will be unique to your situation. And here we go. I highlighted that one. I'm just going to rename it with today's date. And click OK. There we go. Just want to confirm I have enough space on this hard drive. And oh, there's plenty of space. Okay, and the G drive has plenty of space, so we're good to go. We'll go to options here and create an overwrite, so it's not creating at the tail end. I don't know if that's absolutely necessary, but it is what I was taught to do in my class work. So, and I'm also going to compress this. It'll take up a lot less room on your hard drive. So we're almost there. This is creating the backup set. It was successful, so it wrote to that G drive folder. And let's go to training. Now we have to either get rid of it or overwrite it. In this situation, I'm just going to delete it. I want to show you what happens when you try to overwrite it or delete it if it's in use, and I happen to know that it is in use right now. So this should pop up an error. And there we go. And what this error is going to tell us is that the database is presently in use. And now this is very important, because if you ever do this to your live side, you want to notice that you don't want to delete it. It's always critical to make sure you're selecting the correct database to get rid of, or drop, or overwrite. And so in this situation, I was going to delete it. I clicked that close connections at the bottom, that check mark, and I want to just confirm one more time that I'm clicking training. And so this close connections will drop all the connections to that database, and now when I click OK, it's actually going to let me delete it. And it's gone. It's disappeared. Now I want a new one. I want to replace it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is choose Restore Database, because it's from a backup. And it's going to be from a device, the G drive. And let's navigate and find that. G. And then it was in SQL backup. And once again, this will be unique to your system. And there's the one I created. I messed up the year on there, but that's okay. Click OK, and that's just going to populate the list and tell us that it's there. And then that came from the original database, Colorado City, but we want this one to be called Training. It's important that you rename it. That's the screenshot there I took to show me that I'm spelling it correctly here. Let's see here. And now we can, we have the original actual database files. We need to rename these. We're going to rename these with training at the end. You can choose that option if you want to reallocate all files to folders, but they were already allocated to the proper folders. I'm just going to put training at the end, copy and paste this here into each one of these. Now, like I said, these are the actual database files. So we don't want to overwrite the original database files, the Colorado City ones that were in there. All right, we'll do overwrite the existing. Now this is an option that we would use along with this close existing connections if we were going to do it the other way, where we didn't delete the database first. I don't need that though. I'll click OK, and we'll let this restore our database. It's critical. You make sure to pay attention. You have to rename it training and rename those files. And there we go. It's successful, and here it is. There we go, and let's verify we have some information in here. Run a query today. And good, we have some information. Let's scroll through here, and there's today's date. So we have some calls in there for today's date. So we know that that was successful, and I hope this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.